Hello! This is the show where three individuals will compete for money. Not for themselves, but for charity. Also to promote volunteerism and the act of random kindness. It's Play to Aid. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet these incredible individuals who will take on challenging roles to promote volunteerism. They might also tell us which color has the worst personality.
Hello, my name is Natasha. I am a student.
Exciting, I guess.
My hobbies are singing, dancing, and swimming.
Hi everyone, my name is Sonia. I'm a student.
Okay.
My hobbies are swimming, singing, and dancing.
Hello everyone, my name is Lisa Nanaya. I am a student and a fashion designer. My hobbies are sleeping, cooking, and dancing.
Delightful.
My cartoon character is Mulan. I chose Mulan because Mulan is very courageous, confident, and she's very pretty. I think I'll win because I don't like losing. Winning is fun and I'm confident I'll win. Thank you.
True Mulan spirit.
My cartoon character is Squidward from SpongeBob. I chose that character because everyone thinks he's self-absorbed and he doesn't like people. But deep down, he has a sweet side. I want to win because I'm smart and I just want to win. Thank you.
We hear you.
My cartoon character is SpongeBob. I chose that cartoon character because he's funny and he loves to help his friends. I want to win because I hate losing.
And there is a Squidward nearby. Good people, this show is proudly sponsored by Giraffe Island Restaurant and Pub in Cantonments, Accra, Ghana. Giraffe Island, party in style. Prize of 1,500 Ghana cedis is donated by Royal VVIP Transport. Great safety and comfort even on a budget. The magnificent Tang Palace Hotel in Accra, Ghana. Tang Palace, experience excellence. Hi everyone. Play to Aid is pleading with people in authority, and especially law enforcement officers to investigate all reports of abuse, act appropriately and accordingly. You have a duty to punish offenders, save victims, and put an end to abuse of any kind. Viewers, today we are coming to you from Giraffe Island Restaurant, Pub and Club in Cantonments, Accra. Welcome to the show Lisa, Sonia, and Natasha. I'm Hydra.
Thanks for having us today.
So, before we get the show on the road, ladies, what's your funniest, craziest moment?
Okay. So, I think I should go first.
Yes, Natasha.
So, my most craziest moment was when class and the lecturer came in and he was like, we should introduce ourselves. So I stood up boldly and I mentioned my nickname instead of my actual name. It was so embarrassing, like the whole class started laughing. So that was one crazy moment I'll never forget. Please, can we hear the nickname?
Oh, yes.
Okay. I was supposed to say my name is Natasha, but I said my name was Flapla.
Oh my, you've lost me, but ha ha ha.
That was the nickname that my dad gave to me. Wow. So it was so embarrassing.
And cute.
Yeah. Okay. Mine was when I drank alcohol for the first time.
Oh no.
I got so drunk. I was actually laughing and crying at the same time.
Beautiful mix of emotional cocktails.
It has happened to me before. Like, the day I took alcohol for the first time, bro, I was throwing up, laughing, crying, everything. Like the emotions was like I was doing everything. Very embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. I can imagine.
Okay, so I was actually eating spaghetti from the pot, not knowing I was in a Zoom meeting. And then before I realized, everyone was staring at me. You can see that embarrassment.
Yes, Lisa. Certainly so embarrassment. Ha ha ha.
Oh, Charlie.
I can't do anything about it.
I can imagine. That is so embarrassing.
Viewers, after the instant crazy stories, the rules of round one. In round one, each of you will be required to answer correctly as many questions as you can in 60 seconds. A correct answer is worth 2 points. However, you may guess but cannot pass, as a point will be deducted if you do. Let's go, ladies. Who wants to start?
I think she should go first. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I see 2 votes. So Natasha, I will start with you.
Yes, please.
Good luck. Your Q&A starts now.
Okay.
About how many taste buds does an average human have?
10,000.
What is the main ingredient of a traditional Japanese drink sake?
Rice.
What is the outermost layer of the Earth's atmosphere called? Which planet in our solar system is known to spin fastest?
Jupiter.
What substance do you get when you freeze water?
Ice.
What do caterpillars turn into?
Butterflies.
Which African country is known to be a group of islands? How many years are there in a millennium?
1,000.
What is the only known continent on Earth without an active volcano? What is the product of 12 and 3?
36.
What is the highest mountain in the world?
Mount Everest.
Your time is up, my dear. Thank you. Sonia, I'll be going anti-clockwise. You are next. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
Good luck, ding dong. Your time starts now.
Thank you.
How many planets are in our solar system? How many pairs of wings do bees have? What do you call 2 circles with the same and common center? How many days in total are usually in the months of February and March?
5th.
What color would you get when you mix red and blue together?
Purple.
What is the capital city of Sierra Leone?
Seychelles.
What is known to be the most common letter in the English language?
E. Letter E.
How many legs does a spider have?
6.
What is geology?
The study of rock.
Sonia, dear, your time is up. Thank you.
Please, when she fails, can someone else answer?
No.
Like a bonus, because I know everything.
Okay, we'll think about it. Last but not the least, Lisa,
Yes, please.
your 60 seconds starts now. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
If x is 3, what is 4 minus x?
36.
Where did Hawaiian pizza originate from?
Canada.
Which popular fruit is mildly radioactive?
Canada.
What is the smallest country in the world? What does it mean to spill the tea in modern language?
To gossip.
Why do flamingos stand on one leg? What date did Ghana become a republic?
1st July 1960.
Which part of the human body contains the funny bone?
The elbow.
In the game of chess, which piece can only move diagonally?
Bishop.
Which planet in our solar system has the most moons?
Jupiter.
With most moons on Jupiter, my dear, your time is up. Thank you. Please, a quick peek at the leaderboard, but first a break. Welcome back. Enter round 2. I'm excited to announce the winner of the Q&A. And per the rules of the game, the winner will read what's in the envelope and has the advantage to choose who plays first. Natasha, please let the fun begin.
So, hi players. The task today is to get into character as an actor or actress in a 1-minute audition for a part to play an angry spouse expressing displeasure leading to a breakup with a partner. Please be sure to wow the panel of casting agents. Good luck. Let's have some fun.
Okay.
So I'd like Sonia to go first.
Okay. Please,
I just want to know, what are we doing? Do you call this a relationship? Because I don't see any future in it. You hardly call, you hardly text, you ghost me and come back whenever you like. Please, I don't like it. I've been in several relationships before and I've never been treated this way. I can't go with this anymore. I'll block you. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't text my family members, most especially. Else, I'll gather boys and beat the hell out of you. Do you understand?
Period.
I hope I'm very clear with this. That's all I have to say. So, bye, boy.
Wow. Okay. I now see the Squidward connection. Run. Boy, run.
Do you call this a relationship? Because I don't see this as a relationship.
Oh dear.
Actually, you don't call, you don't text, nothing. I call morning, afternoon, evening to check up on you each day. But it takes you 3 to 4 days to even call or even check up on me. And then you use work as an excuse. I'm busy and all that. Don't I work? I work Monday to Saturday, but I still get the time to chat you. I still get the time to text you. But you don't even text me, nothing. And then when I text you, sometimes you read and then it takes you like 3-4 minutes before you answer me. Come on, look at me. I am a spec. If you don't want me, then bye. Go look for someone else because I am no longer interested. And then an advice for you, guy. If you know you are going to another relationship, make sure you treat the lady right because every lady deserves to be treated right, okay? Treat her right, call her, get her gift and all because you don't get me gifts. I get you gifts every day, but you've never bought me anything before.
Cheapo.
So do you know what? I am no longer interested. I am breaking up with your ass. Bye, boy.
I have no words.
How dare you? Like, for real, how dare you? It's the audacity for me. Like, just take a look at me. At my big age like this, you are treating me as if I am a kid. Charlie, you did burn me up. Like, I feel like slapping the hell out of you.
Ouch.
I sent you a message at 7:20 and you are replying at 7:21. Like, bro, who does that? Like, Charlie. do you know what? Like, it's over between us, okay? Even my talking stage.
Yeah. Like, who does that?
You, since I started dating you, what have you gotten me? You can't even send gift or something. Charlie, they behave well. I beg, the thing over me, I don't want to do again, okay? I am done with you. Let us break up. I am done with you. D-O-N-E-E-E-E-E-E. Done. I am done with you, for real. I am not even joking. Let's break up. Bye.
Oh, goodness me, ladies. That almost felt R-E-A-L. So guys, shape up as we go for the secret judging and scoring. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see if our lovely young ladies impressed the casting agents and how they score one another on a scale of 1 to 10. Sonia, please let's hear your scores.
So I'm gonna give Natasha a 9 because I felt like she did very well. She acted very well.
I think so too.
I'm gonna give Lisa an 8 because at some point she was shaky,
Yes.
but she tried. She did very well. So yeah.
On a scale of 1 to 10, I scored Natasha 8/10. I scored her 8 because she was a bit fluent and bold. And then with Sonia, I scored her 7/10 because she was also a bit fluent. Yeah, that was it.
So I'm going to give Sonia a 7 out of 10. The reason is because she did really well. Yeah, so 7 is okay. As for Lisa, I'll give her 6. She did well though, but at some point her voice was like kind of shaky, so I'll give her a 6.
Okay, viewers, after the breakups and scores, please let's do some venting. Lisa, please set the vent ball rolling.
Araba from Cape Coast is begging earth workers who don't change out of their uniform. Who don't change out of the uniforms they've used in the earth facilities to kindly do so before they get on public transport, etc. She says, pardon her if she is wrong, but in her own opinion, it's not particularly hygienic that work clothes used at places such as hospitals and clinics, etc., where there is likely to be high rates of infections and contamination, should be worn in other public spaces without properly disinfecting them. Please take note. Please take this in good faith and do well to change into something that may not be contaminated after work. Thank you. So please, can you say something about this?
Okay, so the last time I was in a public transport, and then a guy came to sit by me, He was wearing the nursing uniform, and I could perceive some blood, the smell of blood, and I could also see some stains on the dress. And I was like, this is really not hygienic. Like, even if you're working, when you're done, you should change your clothes and maybe put on something else before taking a car home or something. So I think it's really, really bad. They should work on it. They should do something about it. It's really bad.
Okay, please, can hear from you?
Okay. I think they can do better though. Especially those people that sell in the marketplace, mostly those meat sellers, like you wear your meat clothes and associate with people in public space. Like, it's not good, it's not fine, it's not right. So I think they can do better though.
Okay. So yeah, basically taking germs from outside to the patient in the health facility, it is very bad. Imagine sitting close to people who are contaminated and then you send it to the clinic and then you send it to the patient. It might contaminate them. So we have to learn and then educate them. Is it that after work you change it to something else before going home? Yeah, so that. Okay, so this is my event. We understand that. We understand that some uniform can be as flex, but I suggest after work you have to take off your uniform and then change into something else before going home. Because imagine wearing your uniform and then sitting in a public place like church or something. You can get infected or contaminated from some of the people around there. So I suggest, or I think there should be a rules and regulation concerning changing your uniform after work before going home. Something like that.
Yes, Lisa, it's a health hazard, and I couldn't agree more.
Sophia from La Paz is venting about guys who tend to be exceedingly and excessively jealous. She appreciates that as flattering as it may be. It's not healthy. If you are always going to be suspicious or threatened by every male your lady relates with, note that you are killing the relationship, since any lady with self-respect and dignity will be pushed away as you appear childish, insecure, and needy. Thank you. So, Lisa, what do you think about that? What is your comment on that?
I think this is about jealousy, and then being jealous is very, very dangerous, because if you are jealous about your partner, it may lead to army or something. So I think you guys have to sit and then have a matured discussion and then come to an agreement about your friends and all that, instead of being jealous about your partner.
How about you, Natasha? What's your comment on that?
Okay. So, firstly, I'll say relationship is not by force. If you think that you are not old or matured enough to be in a relationship, then don't be in a relationship. Because you can't just assume that any guy that you see with your girl, she's dating the guy. Like, it doesn't even make sense. And there have to be understanding in a relationship before it can work. So, if there is no understanding, I don't think it can work. So, I think the main point is on that you have to understand each other for a relationship to work perfectly.
I think it's about good communication. When there is no communication from both sides, it's draining. It affects a lot of things. It causes harm in so many ways. So I think it's about good communication. Both parties need to sit and talk, set things straight. That's it.
Good points. Well said.
Danny from Wager has issues with dirty supermarket trolleys and hand baskets. He says just as you constantly clean shelves, floors, etc., kindly remember to clean the hand baskets and trolleys as well. They will be happy if the inspectors check the carriers because it's not hygienic or acceptable to provide a dirty carrier, especially food. Thank you. So, do you have anything to say about this?
So, like they said, cleanliness is next to godliness. So I think they can do better though, because you can't expect me to go to a supermarket to buy stuff and come back with germs all over me. So I think they can do better.
Okay, that's it. Listen.
Yeah, so sometimes when I go to the mall or supermarket, I see the carriers just scattered everywhere. You know, sometimes I feel like, is this for the dustbin or this is to be used? Because you just see them anyhow and then some tissue and things inside like that. So I think they can do better about it. They should try cleaning it up and then maybe arranging the used one and then the ones that is to be thrown away. So please, they have to do something about it.
Okay, so in my own opinion, there was this day I went to a supermarket and I wanted to take a basket and I saw some used tissues on it and I was like, bro, is this like the basket for shopping or it's a baller where they put baller? So I was like, hey, so do I like, am I supposed to use this thing to pick my things, my stuff that I bought, or it's to store dustbin? I just left it there and I was like, these people, they are not trying at all. Like, the thing was so dirty, like it was super dirty. I had to leave. I didn't even buy anything from them because the thing was too dirty. So I would advise that they always check their baskets and trolleys. Like, they should always check to see if they are clean enough or good enough for customers to use because the thing was so bad. It was so bad. Imagine you buying something, sending it home, and you eat it, and then you start having stomach ache or something.
Very bad.
They won't even take responsibility for it. So you just have to be careful. Like cleaning. You have to be neat
Very
at
good
all
to be
times.
clean. Very important.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, ladies, very important points and suggestions. We kindly ask that health inspectors check these baskets and trolleys as well on their rounds, and plead with the appropriate authorities to introduce some regulations, especially with regards to the nurses' uniforms. Thank you. We will be back with the results. Please don't go away.
Bro, what's happening at Giraffe Island since I've been away?
Man, party hard till you drop on Groovy Fridays. Watch all your favorite teams and league matches all day, every day. Come step into the past with us with old school disco and costume dance on Saturdays. Oh yeah, enjoy live band music and sing battle on Thursdays. Make business connections and network over drinks with Jazzy Business Connect on Tuesdays and cure the Monday blues with a different kind of connection.
Wow, thanks, bro. Please excuse me whilst I go make reservations for the speed dating.
Whilst he's making reservations for date night, you can also inquire about our food services and bookings for your events.
Welcome back. Please remember that for us to continue playing to aid and to support our beneficiaries, it's essential that you book and host your next party at Giraffe Island Restaurant, Pub and Club in Canton Mints, and definitely travel only on a Royal VVIP bus. Natasha, please read out the results and let's get to the business of the day. Thank you.
Okay.
Drum roll.
Okay. Congratulations to all players. In third place with score 22 points is drum rolls Sonia. In second place with score 26 points is Lisa. And the winner is Natasha.
Congratulations to you all. There are no losers, especially for this worthy course. However, Natasha, as today's winner, you have the bragging rights. But most importantly, have won 1,500 Ghana cedis from Royal VVIP Transport for our beneficiary, a viewer. Well done, Lisa, Sonia, and Natasha. Thank you.
This is so lovely. Love it. You see, when we started, I told you I'm so confident. I do not lose. I love winning and I won. You see, told you. So I'd like to thank Play to Aid for inviting me to this wonderful place. I really enjoyed myself, and I'd like to thank the production team too, and then my girls over here. It was really fun. I enjoyed every bit of this. Thank you.
Okay, I would like to say a very big thank you to Play to Aid for giving us this opportunity to be here. I wasn't supposed to join, but I was happy I joined. So thank you, everybody. This was fun.
Okay, so I want to say a big thank you to Play to Aid and then to our viewers. Thank you very much for this opportunity. We are so happy to be here. Thank you.
Many thanks to our proud sponsors Giraffe Island Restaurant Pub and Club in Cantonments Accra, our donors Royal VVIP Transport, ensuring your safety and comfort even on a budget. Thank you all for watching. To play, support, show hidden talents, etc. Kindly watch program info. As always, we humbly ask that you spread our message positively and keep the conversation going. I'm Hydra. Bye.
It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
If you're a volunteer, you are actually serving because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
Sunday on The Upside Down Show, sit with us as we get to understand dyslexia. Our guest, Rosalind Abigail Trednati, is a person living with the condition. She recounts the most embarrassing and unforgettable moments in her life and how she was misunderstood and chastised.
My cousins came over and they brought these storybooks, beautiful ones. One time they called me and said, "Can you read a page?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure, give me the book." And I picked it. I stared at it like this. I stared and stared and stared. I can't identify.
What were you seeing?
I was just seeing the book, like the writings, but I can't identify the words.
Not forgetting some soothing tunes from Ablon Unique.
Oh, mon amour, ouais, j'aime bien tout ce qu'on fait, surtout sous les draps. Petit, c'est temporaire, je prie bien que ça dure, Petit.
Stay tuned with Freme Dunyame and Nana Tufo Boateng this Sunday at 7 p.m. prompt, only on Channel 1 TV.
Hello, welcome to Footprint. My name is Samuel Atamensa. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll be following after the journey of this wonderful gentleman you are about to meet. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Hailing from Apam in the central region of Ghana, but born in Asylum Down in Accra, Kwesi Pratt Jr. is a veteran journalist whose journalism career began early in 1969 while in secondary school, doing radio with GBC and having worked with the Ghanaian Times newspaper, among others. He is the managing editor of the Insight newspaper and founder of the Pan-African TV. He tells the rest of his story now.
Welcome back. So it's Mr. Kwesi Pratt Jr. And we're going to have a nice conversation with Mr. Kwesi Pratt. And, you know, this man is like an elephant, pun intended, actually. You know him based on which part of him you feel. And so we are going to break everything down in this episode of Footprint. Just maybe you'll get to know the other side of Kwesi Pratt. For those of you 20 years, 30 years and below, I'm sure you know him as a radio or TV commentator, but trust me, he's way more than that. Kwesi, good to have you here.
Thank you, sir.
And it's an honor to be hosting you, I must say. I won't even pretend. Wow. And I thank you for accepting our invitation. Which part of Ghana do you hail from?
I'm actually supposed to be coming from the central region.
Supposed to be coming from the central region?
Specifically, Gomwa Apan.
Apan?
Yeah.
Apan?
Yeah.
AKA Apam.
Apam, yes.
So this is Apam, Mumford, and this,
Abura,
that area. Good. Yeah. But you never grew up there, I suppose.
No, I was actually born at Asylum Down in Accra.
In Accra?
Well, that's where my parents were living when I was born.
Okay.
But I was specifically born at the Anti-Sisi maternity home.
In Latebiokoshi?
No, at the Straha Market. General Post Office, right behind it. There used to be an Anti-Sisi maternity home.
Yeah, which later moved to Latebiokoshi.
Okay, I'm not aware of that. But that's where I was supposed to have been born. That's where I was told I was born.
Of course.
Yes.
And you grew up in Asylum Down.
Yes, but that was very, very early. You know, we moved to what used to be Lagos Town, now Accra New Town. I guess around 1956 or thereabout.
Ooh, yeah. When were you born again?
1953.
53. Oh,
yes,
lovely.
Yes.
Lovely.
And then we moved from Lagos Town to what is today known as Kotobabi in 1957. You know, and at the time, it was a very dense forest.
Forest?
Yes.
Kotobabi.
There was no road from Lagos Town to Kotobabi. The street the street ended at Agbajena.
Yeah, Agbajena.
Agbajena, that's where the street ended.
Before you get to Nkansaja.
Exactly.
Before you get to the cave.
Fantastic.
Rempe down.
Yes. But from Agbajena all the way to Kotobabi to Pig Farm and so on, we had to do the journey by foot.
Are you serious?
Yes. So that's when we moved in to Kotobabi.
I can't believe this.
Yes.
And so you mean Kotobabi, present day Kotobabi, as in Accra Newtown Kotobabi or Accra Newtown Agbajena Kotobabi, Pig Farm, was forest?
It was forest. And the remarkable thing about Pig Farm was that it was just a farm. You know, it got its name from the fact that a lot of people were running piggeries in Pig Farm.
Oh, wow.
So that's how it got its name, you know.
I'm amazed at this story.
Yeah.
I mean, so from 57, you got yourself into the what is now known as Kotobabi.
Exactly.
And you lived there for a very long time.
I lived there all my life. you know, practically that was the family home. You know?
Yeah.
So even if I traveled, I always came back to Kotobabi, and not just Kotobabi down.
Because so this is where the night market is.
Exactly. Beyond the night market.
Yeah.
And actually, when we moved in there were not more than 6 or 7 houses in the whole area.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So you saw the emergence of Kotobabi,
exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
In your own very eyes.
Yes, exactly.
That's a story to be told.
Yeah.
And you saw the buildings spring up one after the other.
I remember when the Nkansanjan building was put up.
It was a sight to behold.
Oh, we used to walk there just to have a look. I mean, it was something extraordinary.
The story building with
out
towers.
of this world.
Yes,
and so on. We used to
with
go
glass.
there just to watch it. But that was not the only building which was striking. There was also a Bavana who used to be a minister in the Nkrumah government.
Region,
and he built his house also in
That's
Kotobabi.
another story building.
Another story building. Why two-story building. Yeah. And it was so amazing.
That's further down, going to Pig Farm.
Going to Pig Farm. And where the PNC now has its headquarters. You know. And we used to go there just to admire the building. Now I passed by a Bavana's building and it's nothing. And this story about buildings, you know. Yeah. There was also the story, I think, in the early 60s of Kroboduse's house in Roman Ridge.
The one in Roman Ridge, which has now been turned into flats. Yeah.
And there was a story that he had imported a golden bed and so on. And we used to go there and marvel at the building. Wow. As I grew up, that building became nothing. In fact, now it's been pulled down. It's been pulled down.
I think they put up flats there.
Yes.
You know. Wow, but that's very interesting. I mean, I used to encounter you in the early 80s. We were in secondary school, but in the whole area, everybody knew about Kwesi Pratt.
Yeah, notoriety. Notoriety, that was the word, you know.
Oh, but I didn't know that you saw the emergence of Kotobabi and Accra New Town, Lagos Town, then Accra New Town, and so how was schooling like for you at the time?
Well, I started school at the Barnes Memorial Institute. You know,
that was an international school
below West Africa Secondary School.
Yeah, Barnes Memorial.
You go past West Africa Secondary School.
Like we are going towards Pehe.
Exactly. And we used to live between West Africa Secondary School and Barnes Memorial Institute. You know, so that's where I started schooling.
Remember, a school popped up called RACO.
Royal
Accountancy something within that general
area. Yeah. Now it's also interesting that the best school in those days was not a private school; it was a government school. That was the government school near the Raito Cinema.
Which cinema?
Raito Cinema. You know, if you veer off the Accra Newtown Road, you know, there's a left turn which takes you to Caprice. There's a left turn which takes you to Caprice Hotel.
Okay, so this is the ANT, Accra Newtown Experimental.
Okay, maybe that's what they call it now. But in those days, it was one of the model schools which was established by Nkrumah.
Oh, okay.
And all the ministers, all the members of parliament and so on had their children in that school. That was supposed to be one of the best schools in the country at the time. But it was a government school. I didn't have the privilege of going to that school.
So they did one here, Newtown. They did one in Kumasi, Dakujum, which is State Experimental School.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. You know.
Wow. So it was such a good school.
Oh, it was a fantastic school. It was a school that everybody who mattered sent their children. I never went to that school. I didn't have the privilege of going to that school. But Barnes Memorial was quite an interesting school.
Oh, even in our time, it was quite popular. Is it still around?
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is. I've passed there a few times. I haven't entered. You know.
Are they aware that you went there?
They have invited me to the school on a number of occasions, but I haven't had the time to go.
Obviously, they'll go. So from Barnes Memorial, then you did a common entrance?
No. My father was a trade unionist and kept moving from place to place. You know, he worked in Koforidua, he worked in Kumasi, He worked in Tamale and other places.
So you're following your dad around?
And everywhere he went with me.
Whoa.
So I spent some time in Koforidua.
Okay.
You know. And then from Koforidua, I went to Kumasi.
Which years were you in Kumasi again?
Kumasi must have been in the early 60s, early 1960s, you know. And I actually went to the Patasi Local Authority Primary School.
That place was also bush at the time.
Oh my goodness. We were living in the Kwame Nkrumah estates, you know, and the nearest school that I could be sent to was the Patasi Local Authority Primary School. And I did about 2 years in Patasi.
Oh, right.
You know, and then came back to Accra, you know, and schooled at the Nima 1 primary school or middle school, I forgot.
Nima 1?
Nima 1.
Is it the school that used to be around the area closer to Kanda?
New Era.
Oh, New Era.
There was a New Era school.
Yeah, New Era,
we used to share
New Era preparatory
a
school.
wall with the New Era preparatory school.
Yeah.
So I was there, and then one day, Father made a decision to take me to the Eburi Presbyterian Boys Boarding School. So I ended up at the Eburi Presbyterian Boys Boarding School, where I stayed for a year before moving on to secondary school.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, this must account for something, because, you know, as a kid, there's this inconvenience of just when you are making friends in the school, you are moved somewhere else, you have to leave your friends and move, and you are always a stranger in another school. But looking back, it did something for
I
you.
think there were many advantages for me. First of all, I made lots and lots of friends at very early age. I also got to understand the country quite well.
Very much so.
And got to mingle in different cultures and so on. You know, I also did some schooling in Tamale.
Wow.
I actually went to the Sakasaka Primary School.
Hey.
Yes.
So you were able to learn some Dagbani?
I used to speak Dagbani, but I've lost it.
You will lose it.
I've lost it. You know. And Tamale, the other thing is that we stayed close to a village. You know, this housing projects had started, and Kalpohin Estate was being built. You know, so we were the first people to stay in the Kalpohin Estate, which was just a few steps away from the Kalpohin village. So we mingled with the villagers, you know.
And this was still in the 60s?
Yes, this was still in the 60s.
Whoa.
Yeah, this was still in the 60s. Yeah.
But you were young then. Did you know anything about politics at the time?
Yes, to some extent.
Okay, so this will be through your father?
Well, there's an interesting story about my mother, you know. My mother's cousin was Mr. Kojo Botiu, who was the closest person to Nkrumah in those, one of the closest people to Nkrumah in those days. And you can't forget the fact that Nkrumah and Botiu came on the same boat from England. They were virtually inseparable. Now, when they came then, a decision was made to look for somebody who would look after them, you know, cook for them, look after the house, and so on. And my mother was selected virtually as a housekeeper for all of them, and all of them used to live together, you understand? So she used to tell stories about the arrest of Nkrumah, you know, what food he preferred, and so on. So even as children, we knew these stories, and these stories meant a lot to us because those stories were also our history, and so on. So that was part of it. Now, the other part of it was that my father was a trade unionist, and the trade union movement was part of the Convention People's Party.
Yeah.
And my father rose to become the General Secretary of the Public Workers Services Union, and actually acted, I think, on a few occasions, as Secretary General of the TUC, you know. Now, my father was one of the first people to be sent to the East
for training.
For training, for political trade union training.
Okay.
You know. So
Which country would this be?
He went to Czechoslovakia. He went to the party school in Czechoslovakia.
Wow.
You know. So that also introduced all of us in the family to some politics. I wouldn't claim that we understood it fully.
Oh, but it was quite exciting to do.
But you go to his library, and in those days, you find all the books. Das Kapital, you know, books on Karl Marx and so on. I couldn't read and understand, but I saw the books. And then his friends used to come for discussions and studies, and we used to serve them, you know, and so on. So we got to hear some of the conversations. You know.
So tell me, growing up, what kind of pastime drew your attention? Were you into football? Were you into what other things were you doing apart from, if you like, studies?
Walking distance from my house, you know, there's a guy who was called J.K. Mensah. He was a boxing coach.
Which house would this be? In Accra?
Kotowabi. Okay. Kotowabi down. So he established the J.K. Mensah Boxing Club, very close to my house, you know. And this was a place where people like Floyd Robertson, Joe Tete, and so on used to train. You know, very close. And all of us as young people were attracted to these huge figures. I mean, Floyd Robertson, you know, and all. So Joe Tete and so on. So we used to go to the gym. And then gradually we started boxing. So I got into boxing at a very early age.
Wow.
You know, got into boxing, worked on the punching bag, worked on the skipping rope, and so on. Boxing was quite exciting for me in those days.
Thank you very much.
Yes, you know.
But even thereafter, you still, I'm sure, have been following the art of boxing or the game.
Well, if I tell you the story which pushed me out of boxing, you understand why I don't pay much interest in boxing.
I would like to know.
You know. Well, I was so badly beaten in a bout. You know, the guy beat me to pulp. You know.
Was it a tournament or just training?
No, training session. And this guy, I think he was called Amwaku. And until recently was a security guard at the University of Ghana. You know, we got into a boxing fight, and he beat me so badly. He really beat the hell out of me. You know.
Amwaku, are you there?
So I went home with cuts on my face.
Wow.
And all of that. And my father said, "No, that's the last time you go there." You know. So
and that was it.
That was it. That's how I parted ways with boxing. You know. But I played some football, not the kind of football that Pelé and others play, you know, so on. But
area football.
No, eventually I played for a club called Black Power.
Black Power?
Black Power.
Kotowabi Black Power?
No, Intema.
Oh, later on.
Yes, yes. It was a small club of friends and so on, and we used to play, and I used to play five.
Central defender Kwesi Pratt.
I used to play five.
Oh, that would be interesting.
And I was fielded in most of the matches, not because I was an excellent player. No, I wasn't an excellent player. I don't think that I was a good player.
Why would they?
But the point is that one day attackers were approaching me, and they saw me coming. They left the ball and ran away.
What? You shout at them or what?
I don't know, but the attackers did not want to encounter me on the field. You know.
I don't know, Bubuga. Which was it?
But the interesting thing too was that I was such a small person. I've always been very, very small, you know, and yet no attacker wanted to confront me on the field. You know.
Now, tell me, growing up in Kotowabi, Newtown area, you know, within that period, you know, we saw the springing up of all these cinemas, you know, from Circle, Orion, is it Oxford?
Oxford was in Malata.
Yeah, and all
and
those
then
places.
Raito, I think, was in Accra, Newtown.
Okay.
There are so many of them.
Yeah.
But you know that the most popular one was Opera.
Of course. But Opera was in Accra Central.
Opera was in Accra Central, right at the Central bus stop.
Yes.
And the most favorite one was the 12 o'clock one.
So you used to go to 12?
Yeah, we used to go to 12.
Oh, you remember some of the movies?
Yeah, Captain Zorro and all of those. You know, the cowboy films. Yeah, the cowboy films.
What we used to call cowboy films.
Cowboy films, you know, and I still learn lessons from the cowboy films.
But that's instructive.
Yeah.
People, so we are here on Footprint, and I am speaking with Kwesi Pratt Jr., aka Massa. Is here telling his own story. I bet you've never heard this part of it before. This is Footprint. I'm Samuel Atamensa. We will take a short break. When we come back, we will see how he moved on to secondary school. Which school do you think he ended up with? We'll be right back.
Where politics meets power, where the tough questions are asked, welcome to Face to Face. Every Tuesday at 9 p.m., join Umaru Sanda Amadou as he takes you face to face with the key players shaping the future of our nation.
I lost over $10 million at the trade fair.
You had a fight with the management of trade fair?
I don't have a fight with them. I just deplore the way they went about what they did.
Let's talk about the chief prosecutor of the state at the time that you were being prosecuted, Godfrey Yeboah Dame, the Attorney General.
Yes. I think he was directed to jail us.
By who?
By the system.
Bawku has been a failure for your government, though.
Can't be a failure.
You have not solved it.
No, you are not praising them, the previous government for solving Yendi, which was even a more difficult case.
It's quite obvious that from these votes, the people felt that let's just let you go.
So they were disappointed in
us.
You are essentially the worst government in the Fourth Republic.
I don't know how you are doing that. Based on the indicators.
Yes, based on the number of people who refuse to come and vote for you.
If that is your analysis, then why not?
No filter, no boundaries, just the truth behind the headlines. Deep, bold, and unflinching. Face to Face with Umaru Sanda Amadou airs on Tuesdays at 9 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV, where politics gets real.
Welcome back. This is Footprint, and I'm with Kwesi Pratt Jr. Yes, Kwesi Pratt Jr. And if you join us halfway, he's told us how he started, where he's been, what we now call basic school experiences from different parts of the country, Ashanti region, Greater Accra region, Eastern region, some Northern region. Now, we want to find out, Kwesi, at which age did you enter secondary school?
I must have entered secondary school around the age of 12, 13.
And you wrote the common entrance?
Yes, I wrote the common entrance. I wrote the common entrance examination. So I didn't have a middle school leaving certificate.
Of course, you didn't go up to Form 4.
No, I didn't go to Form 4.
So you wrote the common entrance when you got to...
Form 1.
Oh, Form 1. Just Form 1.
Form 1.
No, you were a break.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you were, man. You were. Others won't believe, but I know. For you to pass common entrance in an elementary school in Form 1.
No, in a special school. I was in a special school.
Which one would this be?
Eburi Presbyterian Boys Boarding School. It was supposed to be one of the special schools at the time.
Is that the same place Kweku Sechado went to?
I think so. Not just Kweku Sechado. The Bedema brothers.
Oh, okay.
Were also there.
But they were there at the same time as yourself.
Yes. I think we were classmates.
Wow.
Grew up with all kinds of people. All kinds of people.
Right. So you ended up with which secondary school?
I ended up in Tema Secondary School.
Tema School?
Yes. But that was strange. Because that was not the school my parents wanted me to go.
Oh, I see.
I think my parents wanted me to go to one of the Cape Coast schools. But I filled the form. And in filling the form, I chose Tema. So when the results came and I had gained admission to Tema, my parents were quite worried. I never told them that I chose it myself,
But why did you choose Tema?
Because I had come into contact with people who had been to Tema Secondary School, and they had spoken eloquently about the school. I was also attracted by the fact that the headmaster of the school was Father Boa, F.K. Boa.
F.K. Boa, yeah.
And in those days, he was such a big name in education. That's and correct. So on. And just the fascination of the new city of Tema. and so I chose Tema Secondary School.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this will
as
be
my first choice and my second choice. I didn't want to miss Tema.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you chose Temasco 1, Temasco 2.
Exactly.
Meanwhile, your parents sitting down thinking that the man is going to St. Augustine's.
Or Infante Pima or something. I chose Tema.
They reacted to that, right?
Well, they were shocked. I mean, how come that, your admission is to Tema? And then they were assured that it was a good school, and so I went to Tema.
Wow, wow. So how was it when you got to Form 1? Which year did you go to Form 1?
Must have been 1967, I think.
Okay.
1967, must have been around
Form 1?
Yeah.
How was it like?
Well, when school reopened, I was sick. So I couldn't go to school with my colleagues. I went much later, a couple of weeks later after I had recovered. Now, mind you, I was coming from a boarding school, one of the toughest boarding schools in the world. Yeah. I mean, just the weather itself is a challenge.
Yeah.
And we're supposed to wake up at 5:30 in the morning, and you woke up at 5:30 in the morning, you couldn't see your neighbor because of the fog and the dew. It was extremely cold then. I mean, today, Eburi is not as cold as it was in those days, And then we had to do a lot of farming. We had a huge school farm. It was a Presbyterian school. Discipline was very high. All of us had plots that we had to keep,
Yes, yeah.
And the problem with the plots, almost every morning the teachers came on inspection. You stood on your plot and they came on inspection.
That's the plot for farming?
No. Green grass.
Yeah,
so everybody had some kind of plot, And then if the teachers determined that the grass was too high, you got 12 lashes.
12?
Lashes of the cane.
To be caned?
Yeah, 12 lashes of the cane. And if the teachers determined that the grass was too low, you got another 12 lashes. Now, how were you to determine whether the grass was too high or too low? So, as for the lashes, we got so many of them. So many lashes of the cane.
So by the time you got to secondary school, you were a pro.
By the time I got to secondary school life was very, very easy.
That's correct.
I mean, it's difficult to describe it, but we used to fetch water at a place called Darwin.
What?
Darwin, I think so. I think I got it right. We used to cross the street to the other side of Eburi, deep into the valley.
Moving towards Nsawam?
No, the other side.
Moving towards, if like...
behind the police station, there was a place that we used to fetch water. And you can imagine us, at age 12, 13 and so on, going to fetch water in this cold and so on, So it was tough.
It would be tough.
I get to Tema Secondary School and everything is laid on, proper dormitory, mattresses, bed sheets, spring beds. You just have to turn on the tap and water is flowing and so on. It was like heaven, you understand?
And Tema itself too was nice.
Yes. And the experiences we had in primary school and so on were much tougher than the experiences in Tema Secondary School. So I was never bullied.
Oh yeah. So 5 years in Temasco.
Yeah.
You remember some of the friends that you made whilst you were there who are still around?
Many of them. There are so many of them, One person that I still relate to very closely is Richard Prempeh. Richard Prempeh, he's known in business circles as a dealer in wine and so on. He's quite big.
Okay.
I think he was also associated with Crown Apartamento and so on. Richard is a big boy in business, And we're in the same class. I think we're in the same class from Form 1 to Form 5.
Wow.
There was a guy called Richard Afrani who became the principal or rector of the Koforidua Polytechnic. There's Dr. Morrison, who was also my mate. So many of them,
But none of them ended up in politics that you know about? life?
I know that a few of them have been associated with political parties and so on, but really, I mean...
Minister?
No, not really, not really,
Okay.
not really.
But, you know, those after you have really done well with politics.
Well, you know, there was one girl at the time, woman now, who I became very close with. I mean, in Tema, we used to organize political parties as part of our school curriculum, and actually to contest elections and so on. And we formed a political party in Tema Secondary School with Mrs. Atuahoy, Charlotte. I think she was then the presidential candidate of the party we formed in secondary school. And we won our elections. I mean, that year we won the elections.
So Charlotte was your mate?
No, she was my senior.
Senior, okay.
You know, but there's something interesting about this seniority in secondary school and so on. Tema Secondary School was a sixth form school. Okay. By the time I got to Form 2, I had become the lead debater for the school. In a sixth form school.
Wow.
I can't explain.
Of course, but it's obvious, man.
I can't explain. But then, anytime the school was engaged in debating societies, I would become the principal speaker for the school, and I have people in upper six and so on as second and third speaker. And so on, you know.
That's
so
impressive.
I earned quite a reputation for being a debater in Tema Secondary School, and I think everybody remembers me as a debater.
Well,
you know,
you didn't
more
lose
than
it.
anything else.
You did not lose it at all.
I'm not sure. You know. And then the interesting thing is that we won all the debating competitions.
Wow.
All of them. We won all of them. We lost one competition, and I still can't tell why that competition was lost. This was an impromptu speaking competition which was held on the campus of the Eburi Girls Secondary School. And I represented Tema Secondary School, and I lost.
So you lost to a Eburi Girls, or which school?
Must have lost to a Chimota or something, you know, but I don't know how it happened. I was just frozen. I couldn't speak. You know, the words won't come and so on, and we lost, you know. But that's part of the thing that, you know, I was associated with in secondary school. Just debating.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Now,